Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of A Lawyer Plays The Long Dark with me, Ryan, the gaming lawyer. If you'll recall, we're at the old lady's house. We are currently in the process of collecting things for her. We collected firewood, now she's got us collecting food. And without further ado, I believe last time we ended the game, we had just returned home after being sort of caught in a blizzard, and I had to advance an hour in order to save the game, because you have to use the bed to save, but I was just looking over my status. Looks like I'm going to need to procure some more food for myself before too long, and it's actually been about 2 weeks since I've played this. I've had a very busy couple of weeks. Oh, I forgot about... Oh, that's her gun. Okay. I was gonna say it'd be really nice. I couldn't remember if I had a weapon. I didn't think I did, but it'd be really nice to have something to kill that damn wolf that's camped out on the other side of town. Okay. Suddenly, this happens when I don't play for a couple weeks. I end up having to sort of relearn the controls over again. I should probably do that off stream. It's been something I've been doing Let's Plays for 2 years, and I always record in batches, and then especially if anything interrupts my recording schedule, typically it has to do with work, as it was in this case. I got a lot of work on a tight deadline for the amount that was done. So basically I went basically a week and a half with no recordings, almost no live streams. But now that I'm back in, I don't remember. I keep, like, when I wanted to open the door, I'm hitting E, because I have the action button mapped to E in a lot of games. Alright. I'm sort of, what is this? I'm sort of, what's it called when you don't know what you're doing? Pathless? No. You have to forgive me. It's morning. I actually just woke up a little while ago, and this is a work day for me. I think I'm recording this on a Wednesday, although I won't be between editing and rendering. This probably won't come out till Friday. But anyways, I just woke up. I do have new work to work on, but in this case, oh shit! The opposite. Gonna go back to the house. I think we're getting away from the wolf. Get in the house. Oh, don't use E. You have to left click and hold. Aimless. That was the word. Now that I'm in the house, aimless is the word I was going for. I know I want to find food for the lady and for myself, but I was gonna say that now I've got the opposite thing going on. I just picked up a new batch of work last night, and there's always a steady stream of new work becoming available that I go and I pick up, usually once a week, but sometimes more or less depending on how much I pick up in a chunk. Last night, I think I got enough to keep me busy through the rest of this week. The deadlines are pretty lax. It's probably one of those things where I'll finish it up before deadline, and typically by then they'll have a bunch of extra work ready for me to do anyway. So it's kind of, I like that pace. That pace when I don't have a ton of work. It's a generous deadline. I get the work done at a comfortable pace, and then I go back, pick it up, turn in. I do everything over my computer and email, but what are we doing here? Sticks. I'm gonna keep collecting sticks. I did want to check out up here again if we can. I know it's gonna get dark soon, but you know what? Well, I shouldn't even bother going up there right now, because it's gonna get dark way too soon for me to justify it. I should poke around town, see if I can find anything else to look at. But anyway, yeah, I was saying with work, I'm lucky in that I get to work from home. And I do not have set hours. I have deadlines. With every batch of work, or I'll pick up a few case files that I need to work on, and there will be specific times that those need to be completed. But, oh, I know what I was going to look at. There was something over here. I was still looking for that cave. We found a note about a cave last episode. And I was poking around in the hills above town. I think that was a bit too... That might have been too far up. But they said there was some place where this couple used to look at stars above town. So we're sort of looking at the outskirts, at the edges of town, see if we can find anything. Because they supposedly had like a little supply stash hidden away. But anyway, so yeah, I'm lucky that I get to work from home. I won't do it forever because it doesn't pay too terribly well, but it pays reasonably, and and aside from I have to go pick up the physical files, well, this might be it. I have to pick up the new physical files, which, you know, sometimes is thousands of pages a week, depending. Yeah, it's typically a few thousand pages a week. But sometimes there's more than others. They'll get, you know, the world of the law things, and the clients that we do this for, they'll get backed up, or they'll. Usually, I get the feeling it's just due to bad planning. All right, there's wolves going on over there. This is not. I don't think this is where they were talking about at all. But I might as well get this wolf. This old man. I'm sorry, the old man. I was gonna say wolf beard. It's old man's beard for medicinal purposes. So yeah, I'm sure you were all super interested in hearing the what I do for a living. But that's the nature of my Let's Plays, especially once we get into it. You know, I'll be playing the game and just start chatting about something. Sort of like what I do in my live streams, except in my live streams, I'm also responding or reading a chat, which causes me to not play the game a lot because I'm terrible at multitasking. But, yeah, so over the last couple of weeks, I got dumped with a lot more amount of work than is typical. There comes that wind. With quite a bit more, quite a bit tighter of a deadline than I'm used to. So that sort of shut down. I do a weekly stream on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific to midnight Pacific Standard Time. I still did make my live stream last week, but it was like literally by the skin of my teeth. I didn't think I'd be able to. Have I looked in these little places over here? I know I looked at some of these houses. Oh, that's locked. I think if I get a pry bar, I can open that up, can I? How are we doing? I'm doing all right. Although, wowzers, it is chilly. No, I don't have a pry bar. Look in the mailbox. I want to say that I've already looked through these houses down here, but I just want to check real quick, because I might have poked my head in here and then got chased off by a wolf or something.
I could use this.
I think I have been in here already. Or have I? Yeah, no, I don't think I... Ooh, no, I haven't. I was in a house that looked just like this. But I would not have left all this delectable material just laying around if I had been in here before. What's that? Thermal underwear. Okay. If anything, I can tear up that into cloth, which I can use to repair the clothing that my preferred clothing, or make bandages, or a number of things. The cabinets.
I can always use more food.
That's true, even if it's dog food. Beggars can't be choosers in an apocalyptic situation. I'm still not entirely sure exactly... Ooh, what's this? I don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice. I just can't stay in Milton anymore. It's just too empty and sad. I know I promised to stick with you through thick and thin, but I never signed up for this. I'm sorry. I'll send food when I get to the mainland. I hear they have more there. Love, Ann. I don't need all this. Is it just one letter? Okay, I just saw the fold. I thought it was two little letters next to each other. I'm still not entirely clear on what happened to this town. And it sounds like, in general, the world is going through this huge economic and...
I'll be hungry later.
Oh, hardship. But that something particularly bad happens here, and I think this is an island. Out in the boondocks, where they're sort of like very reclusive, and clearly there's a big lumber operation that happens here. I'm not exactly sure what the story is with this place, but
This'll come in handy.
oh yeah, something. Whoa, socks, good. Something awful made all the power go down, and I'm guessing that's new, that it hasn't happened before. But they talk about something that happened 10 years ago that was real terrible. Excuse me. This t-shirt. All right. No, I'm not gonna. Well, technically, I could sleep here, but why would I? Besides, I need to go back.
We can eat a horse.
Did he say he needs a horse? I'm assuming he was making some kind of reference to being thirsty and maybe his throat being hoarse. That would be a real surprise if they somehow slipped horses into this game while I wasn't looking. I don't have a ton of experience playing this since launch, but I believe the what I played before launch, the sandbox mode, extensively. I believe that was pretty much finished. And, anything here to take? Anything in the hoods? Truck. So I believe, unless they're whatever new things that might potentially be in the story mode, I don't think there are going to be too many surprises. At least nothing like where you can tame and ride horses. That would be pretty major. All right, guess we'll head back to town. I think we're gonna. How are we doing? Here's what we'll do. We'll go in town. We'll go in here and we'll make up some water. Because I got a little bit on me. I don't think I've got any leftovers laying around. Although I did note last time. Oh, there is more. There is water you can collect. Yeah. You can drink it. Ooh. Alright. So maybe I don't need to make water. Let me see. 0.28. That's nice. That's enough to fill me up. At least once when I'm out running around. Now, one thing that I'm missing out on is, let me see. I don't have a can opener yet. And a little bit of that. And a little bit of that. Just to keep us from being starvy. And how much is there? Oh, that's not very much at all. Alright. I need to drop some of this, though. Not drop all. Here, we'll drop about half. And as long as we have never-ending fire, and we got a little bit of time to kill, it's getting too dark to go outside. But there's not a ton to do in here. I guess I could rip up clothing. But making water is always, with this unending fire, which is, you never have that. It's definitely something to do when it's too dark to be outside, but not dark enough yet that you'd sleep through the night. Those are the shoes I'm wearing. Those could use some repair. Forget, do I have cured leather? I must. How we doing? 70%? Repair amount, 27.5. That's almost perfect. If we fit that in there. Okay, so this is a good way to pass the time, because we're not exactly out of water or anything. 98%. Brilliant. What else are we wearing? We're wearing 2 of these caps. I know we've got some, well, at least repair. Ooh, what? They repair easily. I know. Okay, so we'll repair both of these. Just a little maintenance. That's what this game's all about. Just, you know, making the best use of your time when you can. What else? Anything else? These we aren't using. I might as well break this stuff down. Harvest. I know, grumble, grumble. We're at full health over here, so we don't have to stress too much if we get a little bit hungry. We can pace it out. I know it was in one of the first episodes I was talking about how I like to sometimes let myself starve a little bit until that health gets down to, you know, maybe a quarter of the way down. Still, you know, it's around maybe 60 to 70% health. And then get all healthy after that. It just gets risky because that's also when you get hurt. You know, that's what you'll die if it goes down to 0. So I'm gonna harvest this. So sometimes you can play little games to make your food last longer. Why would anyone wear one of these in winter? Good point. That's the description of that hat. Good point, I say. Alright, and I believe it might be nighty-night time enough to sneak upstairs and maybe sleep through the night. That's the one thing I don't like doing. I guess it doesn't matter so much because of the fire, but under normal circumstances, it takes resources to make fire, and you don't always, especially to have it burning all the time, you take a lot of resources. And when it's dark, you can't do anything. You can't craft or do anything because you can't see. So I'm in the habit of trying to coordinate my activities to make sure that when I wake up, maybe it's starting to get light. Otherwise, I either got to use resources to make light, or just try to wait, which is kind of a waste of time. Oh, thirsty and hungry. Oh yeah. Oh, and I got these things too. I almost forgot about that. Which I believe I discovered, even though they're tiny, bit by bit. They're actually quite, you add it all together, they're quite nutritious. Especially when you consider, where's my hunger at? There it is. Especially when you consider, when you cook, like deer meat, it comes in, I don't know, 2.5 pound chunks. And sometimes you gotta eat a couple of those to fill up. The fact that I started with 1.5 pounds of this stuff, and I'm slowly working my way through it. I'm already halfway filled up. Means initially I never really paid attention, and I thought these were just poor nutrition, but they're not. And they don't go bad, they don't spoil. At least not that I've ever witnessed. Okay, I keep wanting to loot her stuff. I could probably stand to drop some crap off. Was there, I forget if there was a place where I was dropping the kindling type stuff. I guess was just doing it here. So I know I picked up some of this crap, which I'm not gonna wanna carry. And didn't I have, tinder, cattail heads? Didn't I have a place where I was starting to pile up? I guess not. Guess I'll do it right here. Making such a mess. This poor lady. Alright, gonna drop some of these. No, we're gonna keep... I like keeping a few sticks on hand for whatever reason. They're useful to use when you're starting fires because they have a better start chance than logs. But then you gotta very quickly throw a log on there, so fire will burn out real fast. Okay. Let's see. Overall, let's get a bird's eye view of what we've got. Make sure we're not carrying around. I don't really need a I don't really need that. It's for a flare gun? Do I even have a flare gun? Is there weapons? No. Oh, and I got a bunch of crap here, too. Oh, yeah, don't need that. Okay. Got some of this going over here. Those rose hips? I think... Okay, I don't need... I should probably stop collecting these. Here. Well, I don't know why I want 5, but I'll keep 5 because it's light. And then these mushroom things... I think she likes those. What can I do with those? Oh wait, there's that crafting thing. Okay, because I keep forgetting how this works. There's this crafting menu that are already be boiled to make a natural drink with healing properties. All right, so this is healing natural tea. Some of these are like antibiotics or... Oh well, we'll get to it when we get to it. We're gonna drop this. Like if I actually need treatment, I'll think about making some of this. Now these are actually kind of heavy, so I'm gonna drop those. The leather, I think we don't need at the moment. Do I have a leather pile? I know I had cloth. Probably leather over in this corner would be good. It's making such a making such a horrible mess. Oh, I've got a ton of cloth too that I don't think I need. I'll bring a few cloths because you never know when you're gonna need cloths, but I won't need that much. I'll keep maybe 5 on my person. Bandages, I drop 7. Inventory management is so much fun to watch. I'm sure you will come back again and see me do more inventory management. I'm gonna do, I'm always talking about making interesting little sound clips that I can play during my streams. Like when I'm actually not just talking to the audience and I actually focus on the game, which I have a hard time doing in my streams. People still come anyways because they like just hanging out. That's what it really is about in my streams. But every once in a while I'm like, okay, I have to focus on game for a minute. Everybody brace yourselves. I might not see your comments because I'm gonna be looking at game, okay? It's gonna make a little clip with an animation, a little guitar riff where it's like 45 seconds of gameplay. Doodle-doodle-doo. I can't find the right guitar riff. I totally do it. All right, it's cold outside. All right. How cold? There's a wolf. The wolf is right there. Wait, but there's this wind, so if I need to come back, I'm gonna walk slow. Alright, maybe we should kill some time in the house. Where it's not freezy, and where if we need to retreat, we won't be doing it against wind, because that's the direct... Now, here's one thing. For some reason, did I forget about this? I didn't even realize I had this, because I'm not used to there being a map. But, here's a map. Turns out we haven't gotten too far overall, but this is where we crashed. I'm guessing we must have made our way around here. But right before I started this, when I turned the game on, and I took about 90 seconds to run around and remember where I was and have an idea of what I was doing. And I also was like, oh, there's the map button, and I pressed it, and I realized that it's been charting a whole, like, progression of our entire little journey here. Pretty sweet. But, and I'm not used to the being map. I don't recall ever consulting the map during this Let's Play so far, so that's pretty cool. Alright, here's what I figure. We're gonna make some, melt some snow. Here, we'll do 1 gallon. And then we'll, oh man, it's already midday out there. But I'm just basically doing this to hopefully kill some time while it warms up outside. I didn't realize that the day was half done. Guess what? My whole tactic of sleeping, did I oversleep or did that much time just pass? Anyways, wasn't paying that much attention to what was happening at the time. Alright, let's, I guess we can top off our own little water thing here. How we doing on the food? Food's okay, we're at about half. We can live with that. What I like to do is not be full, perfectly full all the time. Especially when I know we've got food. So that we can leave room for perishables if we end up, getting a deer carcass or something that's where the food's going to go bad. Not using all of your... It's good to save this stuff that doesn't go bad. At least, I see percentages on these things, but I don't notice them specifically ever going down. I don't know if they do, or if it takes a super long time. I've never had any of the prepackaged, like, jerky and stuff just go bad on me that I can recall, though. Alright. I don't need all that water, though. So, let's drop... like, about that much. Got 34 pounds on us. And I had something else in my mind of doing before we left. Oh yeah, I was thinking maybe we could make a little... some tea. Wait, what is that? Herbal tea? Does it help you sleep? Here, we'll make some coffee. In case it's cold outside, drinking a little bit of coffee before you go out can warm you up. Little luxury here. A cooked cup of coffee. Hot. Warming up, fatigue reduced. I want to say the herbal tea somehow helps you rest better. Is that the deal? Which... no. Okay, now I'm actually a little too warm, it looks like. Now, according to this map, there's that gas station supposed to have a bunch of crap just at the end of the road. But there's also always a wolf down there. What is this thing, anyway? Shortwave tower? I know I went up this road before, and then I got caught in that blizzard, and I came running back down. But I never made it all the way up to that tower, so maybe we'll do that. What I would like to do, if I can, I'd like to go to that gas station, but I know there's wolves over there. And it'd be really nice if I could find, a weapon. Something I could, like, I think I've got, do I have even something to fight the wolf off with? I had a knife thing before, but I want to say that, well, I don't want to, but, like, can I fight it off with this? One-handed axe? Before I had that, I think a little bone stabby thing, like a shank, that I could fight the wolf off with. Or maybe I even had a knife, but whichever it was that I had, I think it eventually wore down and broke, so. Why do I feel like I'm going the wrong way? Isn't this the road? No, I think we're good. So I want to go up to that tower thing and see what the heck's up there. See if there's any... I don't necessarily expect there to be weapons, but... you never know. Anyway, sometimes well, if it's like a little outpost up there... Well, I'm surprised I haven't found anything so far. Like, I think I was even in a police station in town. But... I have a feeling that old lady's got a rifle sitting right next to her. I have a feeling that's what it's gonna take. Or even just... I should look for like a little hunter's lounge too. Or like a little hunter's cabin, because sometimes you can find arrows. And with all that stuff I got curing... But wait, I don't have... I think you need maple wood, cured maple wood or something to make the wood part of the bow. Anyways, I'm trying to think right now, about ways that I could make or acquire weapons, so I won't have to be so damn scared of wolves. Because as of now, the only excuse me, the only way for me to confront wolves is to have them attack me, and that, like, I've been lucky so far to. Well, I think one of them did kill me once.
I can use this.
Yeah, lots of stuff. No weapons, flare shells, fire logs. All right. All right. I'm still good. Also, there was that note from the couple talking about they had a supply stash in that place above town where they used to look at the stars. Which, that's what we were looking for last episode that we never found. Was this a corpse over here? Crow feathers are used for arrows. I think you need a like sap some of the wood.
I better take this food.
And the feather and an arrowhead. The arrowhead is the real bottleneck. Once you find wood, an arrowhead. Look, we got an arrowhead. But right now, the cured wood that we would need, I don't think we've found any of that yet. We found just hides and guts from whatchamahoojits. From the deer that we killed before, and also there was that one wolf that I think we killed, right? Did we kill one? I know I at least harvested and cooked one up. Which reminds me, eventually, at some point, we're probably going to want to go back to that, to the church, because we laid out a bunch of stuff to cure. Back at the church. I don't think I've been down this way before. Is that a cave? That's looking cavey, unless it's just another one of those little archways, like... Oh wait, caves could have bears in them. Bears are terrible. New location discovered. Cave. Is that... It's just rocks, right? What's this? Coal. Oh, there's coal laying all over the place in here. Well, that's something. Pick that up. And... Alright. You know what? This is probably... I'm looking now and I'm just over 30 minutes. Like 32 minutes or something. So it's a good time to break up the episode. So we're going to cut this off now. We'll discover the mysteries of the cave in the next episode. In the meantime, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me once again in A Lawyer Plays The Long Dark. And until next time, I hope everybody is doing well and take care. Bye-bye.